Veli Podcast, the #1 Kenyan music podcast.
Mambo vipi everyone, I go by the name Veli and kama kawa you're tuning to Veli Podcast, the #1 Kenyan music podcast. And today, as you can see, I'm joined with a guest. So I'll let the guest introduce himself.
Yo, what's up guys? My name is Phinoshey, also known as Phinoshey. I'm a recording hip-hop artist from Kibera.
Number 9 is in the building.
Yeah, Kibera is in the house.
Awesome. So, nataka tu tuanzie kwanza kitujambia wasi.
Yeah.
You are a self-taught hip-hop producer.
Yeah.
So, how did it come to you to be passionate? First of all, did you start as an artist, then to a producer, or a producer to an
I can say I started singing in church, but later on when I joined high school, the love for poetry just grew and I had to start writing raps, and so I started rapping. Then when I finished high school, I decided to teach myself, how to make beats, and just to make something that I'm comfortable with and something that I really love. That's jazz, soul, and also sampling and all that. Because today I can say it's really hard to find in Kenya, like people who are doing like something you really love. Because we all know our Kenyan hip hop. Let me just say our industry. You have to follow, like the trends for you to be successful. But for me, I'm to the other side. I'm doing what I love, and I've been doing music actually for 8 years into it. I've been growing, I've been performing, like in stages that I've never imagined I'll be.
Okay, awesome. So, you being a self-taught hip-hop producer,
Yeah.
how has that helped you to fine-tune your sound? Because like you say, you're doing something that you like.
Yeah.
You're not trying to please the masses.
Exactly.
So how has that helped you?
For me, I could say I'm an old school fanatic. I have records at home, records that I own, vinyl records. So I listen to old music, and I actually got a chance to go at the KBC Music Library, where all the music, Kenya, let me just say African music is there, And to me, I find inspiration from old music. I can say I find inspiration from old music, so that I can add on, like my creativity into it, create a product that I'll be comfortable with, and when I take the product out, people will appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, Sound From Kibera.
Yeah.
I'll just call it a project.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's a mixtape, album.
It's an album.
It's an album.
Yeah.
Your debut album?
Yeah.
It's a debut album.
Yeah.
So, with Sound From Kibera, and his son, yani Jua, si mtoto, or Sound From Kibera, you have said it's your debut album.
Yeah.
And listening to the album, like, for me, I felt like you are one of the artists that we don't deserve, but you are here, and for me to say we don't deserve is because the kind of music that you make is authentic, and it comes out with passion. You're not forced, you're not trying to please the masses. You see, you're not trying to sell to the commercial. It's from your heart, and you're doing it with a passion. That's why I'm saying you're the kind of artist we don't deserve, but your music is authentic. You get it? By me saying we don't deserve is because what you bring out is authentic. It is what people should be listening, and they're not showing love to you. You see, because you're not trying to please them, but your music is authentic.
I can say, like I'm just speaking, like I'm speaking to the average Joe, something like that. I'm just speaking what's in my heart, things that we go through, and people don't talk about it that much. But when people listen to my music, something that I've realized, they connect with it because they feel like, they relate. Let me just say they relate to it. Yeah.
Awesome. So does that bother you? Like people don't like show much love to you and your music the way like it's supposed to be?
No, it doesn't bother me. Like, I can tell you, before I released Son from Kibera,
Yeah.
I sent a couple of emails to a couple of magazines in Kenya and a couple of presenters, and they never took that project seriously. But trust me, when I released that project, it got featured on Business Daily Africa, Voice of America, Pan African Music, just to mention. So to me, it was a big win because there are people out there who really understand what I'm doing and what kind of music I'm doing. And I can say, since last year, December, when I categorized for Octopizzo's album launch, people started, giving me attention. Like, we need to give this guy attention.
Yeah. And speaking about there's a song from Son of Kibera, and you performed it at Octopizzo's album launch. And that song has stuck to me. I don't know, maybe it's because I saw you performing there one-on-one. And like the way you have said, you use samples from way back, jazz, and
jazz, soul, R&B, zilizopendwa, and all.
Yes, all that, you fuse it in there. So I think this song stuck to me because I saw you performing. It gave me like appreciation of what your music is all about. Yeah. And ever since,
let me get the song. It's Twisti.
It's not Twisti.
Come up.
Yeah,
I think it's the Come Up.
It's the Come
Up. That's what you.
Yeah.
Like it really defines who I am. And I actually wrote the verse when I was in From 1.
Really?
Yeah, the verse of the Come Up. I wrote it when I was in From 1. So when I made the beat, I actually didn't sample that beat. I made it from scratch. When I made it, I just, felt everything was just flowing and I had to record it.
That is awesome. So for me, I've been seeing you since that, even for you, I've said ever since you performed at Octopizzo's album launch in December, you have seen like a spike.
Yeah.
So, and also I've been seeing you around, like performing in places like Octopizzo Foundation, some of his events. So, of which I didn't see you earlier before, but now I'm seeing you out here more ever since that December. So, does that mean Octopizzo has you under his wing?
Nah, I can say Octopizzo is my bro, it's my big brother. We've been, like friends with Octo for like 3 years. I've been sending him beats and when we are together, we just, the way we're seated, we just have conversation and vibe and all that. And I actually asked him, yo bro, I've seen you having an album, can I perform? And I think he's someone who believes in me. He actually gave me a concert on the stage. And just telling people, if you listen to the likes of Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, you must definitely love Phinoshey. He actually refers to me as Kanye Kibera.
That is really awesome because that cosign to get a cosign in Kenya is also like an asshole for you just to get, because I don't know, our culture in Kenya is different. If people ask you, we can count how many cosigns we have out here. And I was there when the cosign was being given, and I was like, yo, finally. Because to some people, I'm not bragging guys, to some people, by the time we're getting on stage, they didn't know Phinoshey is all about it.
You actually saw the way I was moving the crowd.
Yeah.
The crowd went crazy.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, finally, you're on this stage, and at least people can, somebody like Phinoshey can also do this amazing stuff. And it just needs a little light to shine and show guys what he can do. So you asked me about Twisti. So Twisti is another song apparently I was to ask you a question about, because the way you sample Twisti is, how will I say it? Like one of the foundation of the sound that we had in Kenya, like from way back. R.I.P. to the big man, Nzenze.
Daudi Kabaka.
Yeah, and actually on the video of Twisti, does Twisti has a video?
Yeah,
because I was trying to confuse that one with the one you did with Seven Son. Yeah, because I saw you paid homage So
I always pay homage to Daudi Kabaka and Nzenze whenever I perform anywhere. I usually tell people this track I was inspired by Nzenze and Daudi Kabaka. These were two legendary guitarists from East and Central Africa in the whole world. Like I can say Kenyans are lazy. They don't know the history of our music and the history of our culture. Do you know that Daudi Kabaka was the first artist in this whole world from this region to ever top the European charts? Leave alone Fela. Daudi was the first one, but we don't talk about it.
Yeah, very few people talk about Daudi. That I didn't know that one. Yeah, because the way Fela has been plus when amekuwa president plus that I didn't even know Daudi Kabaka. Me, by the way, up to this moment I used to know like Fadili Williams, the one like top tier when it comes to exporting our music out there. I didn't know.
Let me tell you something else. There's this guy called Fundi Konde. Fundi Konde named Tausi. Name song for Tausi on KBC.
Yeah.
He is the first electric. He actually was the first electric guitarist from East and Central Africa. He played during World War I, I think World War I and II. He played the guitar for the troops and all that. And he was from Kibera.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So Kibera is full of heritage.
Yeah, man.
So when you guys say A-Town, you must respect.
Yeah.
So
like you're bringing, like
you are
influence and all that, man. You're not just doing music for the sake of doing music. You're bringing something to the culture.
Yeah, that is really awesome. So on the album again, there's a song called Mr. Officer. Yeah. You talked about doing songs that people like really shy away or they have neglected to talk about.
Yeah. I can say most artists in Kenya, that's something that I've done. I'm a good, let me just say, I'm usually a patient guy. When I enter a room, I'll just be silent and I'll just, like watch people and all that. So to me, during the 8 years, I just took time and, like study a couple of artists, and I realized that some people do shy away from, talking certain matters because they are focused on the paper. You might be focused on the paper rather than these things that are hindering us to get more paper. Feel me? And like just speaking the truth to people to me is something that I don't feel actually.
That is really awesome. I don't know, but it just clicked my mind. Like, you are a type of, like, I don't know if it's at the back of your mind or something like that, but Grammy somewhere in your sights. Like, when you picture your music, when you're doing your music, like, it is Grammy worthy. If I can say that. Yeah.
That's where I picture myself. Do you know there's this musician called Juma Tutu?
Yeah, no.
When I got listened to my music, we were just chilling at Skates Park, having ice cream. It was actually the first time in that meeting. She was like, I was listening to your album, the material, you deserve, to be on NPR music, colors, and the likes. And I was like, yeah, I really appreciate, like getting such from artists that are doing dope stuff.
Like for somebody like Akot Jumai to say something like that about your music and you go listen to her music, you're like so different. But if she can listen to your music and say that about you, it really means a lot, and also it just confirms to you like you're on the correct path. Because if such people can talk about your music like that, trust me, you're heading somewhere. And there's one track from Son of Kibera. It's called Kibera Most Wanted.
Yeah, I did that with my bro Katapilla.
Yeah, it was only right. It was only right to put Katapilla there because both of you are representing number 9. And the track is also unique. The two of you repping Kibera. The title of the track, Kibera Most Wanted. And now this track, the beat is totally different. It's a trap beat, and you are flexing on a trap beat. So I just wondered, were you trying to send a message or just the track had to be like that because it was Katapilla?
Nah, I just felt like I did the hook. The hook was simple. I did the verse and I was like, nah, I need to get someone from Kibera, like jump on this track. And Kata is my bro, anytime I call him, he pick up, he respond to my text. And I told him, man, I have this beat and I have this verse. Can you come to my studio? Because I have a home studio. So it was like, yeah, I'll come tomorrow. He came through, he wrote the verse there, he recorded it there.
Awesome. So, Sound From Kibera, when was it released?
It was released on 2nd October 2020.
2020, during the Corona period.
Yeah.
So, since then, in between, there have been some singles.
Yeah.
Singles, you have been active with some singles. But then again, the way that you have structured your music, the way you have structured how you do your music, I feel like it's now been 2 years with no project. Yeah. Is there one coming soon?
Yeah. The reason why it took time to release another project is that I usually focus on quality over quantity. You can release 1,000 music by year, but you won't be comfortable. So to me, I usually like releasing something that I'm confident with and I'm comfortable with, like personally too. It usually starts with me, then the consumers. So I have this family piece collaborative with me. I featured Seven Sun and Ali Less.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't checked out music from Seven Sun, just go to the Veli Podcast and type Seven Sun. You'll get an exclusive mix we have done of Seven Sun. He has worked with Phinoshey. Yes, let's continue.
Yeah, and also the whole EP, I produced it by myself, all by myself. And funny thing, man, some of the tracks from that EP, the Easy Poteza, my hard drive had crashed. I lost over 500 beats, over 100 songs and all that. So it's actually part of the reason why I didn't release also music for the 2 years. So I had to take time again and start making beats, start recovering some songs, re-recording some songs, and the EP is actually done right now. The cover art is done. I've been sending emails to, and to me, I usually I don't have a team currently, so I'm my own manager and all that. So I plan on the releasing, marketing, and all that, and just try to get a wide range, for it when the release comes. I'll actually release the EP on 20th of May.
20th of May.
20th of May. And on 19th, I'll have a live performance at Alchemist. That's God willing if things go well at Alchemist. I'll perform with the band.
Okay, so that is your show.
Yeah, my show.
A pre-release to the album?
To the EP.
To the EP.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll be performing songs from the EP?
Yeah, but I'll be performing songs from the EP and some classics.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So, Phinoshey, so I'd like you to tell guys who are listening or get to knowing Phinoshey for the first time here on the Veli Podcast. You know the Veli Podcast. Yeah,
I've been a fan of you guys, man. There's a time I DM'd you and I was like, man, I need an interview. And you guys were like, we can't interview you for now, man. The calendar is booked, but here we are.
Yeah, it took a long time, but finally we are here. If we are done with it, we'll already...
One thing about me is I'm usually patient.
Yeah,
I'll wait.
Yeah, that is...
But I'll keep on, reminding me that you told me to do. When are we going to have this?
Yeah, so that was all right, and it took a long time, but finally we are here.
Actually, we are here, right?
Yeah, it's been a long time, and I had to do it, or else you'll see this nigga. Nah, he doesn't want to do an interview for me.
We can blow, man. So we are doing that. But I won't do that one.
Awesome. So, just like you to tell guys who are checking you out for the first time here on the Veli Podcast, what to expect from you from here. You have talked about the album, but in between, Are we going to have any singles or anything? Just talk to them and tell them.
So to me, I can just say like, more music is coming, and the way I've told you, I focus on quality over quantity. So, and it's great music that you love, music that you relate to, and and also more international collaborations coming.
Awesome. Here at the Veli Podcast, we're all about exclusive. So if you can even tell us you're working with Kanye, no problem.
I'm actually working with one top artist from States.
From States.
You all know him. But with time, you guys will just
We'll know.
Yeah, you know. I might say on the in, yes, oh, but I'm working with someone from. I've actually worked with international artists. If you go and listen to the discography, Zuri, you'll notice the sound and all that.
Yeah, awesome. So that one we should expect in the EP or it comes later? Yeah, it's still in the works. Yeah. So that will be awesome. We'll be waiting for that to drop. Now I want to tell guys how they can get your music and how they can connect with you on the socials.
My music everywhere is just Phinoshey, Phinoshey. Phinoshey. That's actually my real name.
For real?
And it's my stage name. So my music is just Phinoshey. Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Boomplay, everywhere it's just Phinoshey. My social, it's also Phinoshey.
Okay.
Everywhere. Send me a DM. I usually respond to the DMs because I want to connect, with also people who are loving my music. Whenever I'm going to have a show, these are the people that are going to jam at it. So I always respond to the DMs. I won't critique you or see.
Awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have been in conversation with Phinoshey, a rapper and self-taught producer all the way from A-Town. Number 9 is in the building, and it's been a long awaited interview here on the Veli Podcast, and finally we have presented it to you. And until next week, same time, same place, remember to catch up the Veli Podcast on YouTube, subscribe to the channel and turn the notification button on. And also, this interview is courtesy of Intronix at the Intronix studio. So, check us on the social, on Twitter at Adoveli Radio, Facebook and Instagram is at Adoveli. Until next week, same time, same place, inshallah, kaboom.
Veli Podcast, the #1 Kenyan music podcast.